This one's gonna be long, dude. Alright. So, I saw this in Hoyo Lab, and it got me curious on the reason of the character's low ownership. Explaining this with my own experience and opinions from general player base, from what I can see and heard from. So if something is not correct, that's probably because I didn't do any research before making this. Entirely made from my own vibe. Before I say, I won't be using the word like bad or terrible, since in my opinion, with enough love, patience, and investment, you can easily beat endgame with that specific character. Alright, so let's start with Cypher. She's a definition of jack of all trades, masters of none, as she can technically play at any team set, but people don't want to pull her. Mainly she's seen as a sub DPS or support, which is a weird position considering looking at the 3.x character had to offer. The character was either a main DPS / sub DPS or support only. Being in that position just doesn't work for anyone, aside from being a weird investment of like everything. So like she needs to balance out like speed, attack, crit damage, effect, hit rate. She just basically needs everything, which makes her kind of hard to play. She also suffers from the current meta position. You want to know who was also released alongside Cypher in 3.3? Well, it's Hysene, which is so happened to be best in slot with Castrus, an incredibly fucking broken unit in so many factors. And not to mention she's Nihility. Nihility teams already lost its meta position ever since 3.x. This is before High Sealants and Kafka buff. And Akron just struggled to be in any position. And also, she also caused the J-Show Cypher meltdown in Reddit, which I know more about it, but Reddit is blocked in my country, so my understanding is as much as YouTuber that covered that topic. And another thing was the popular Cypher gotten completely shadowed by Hysene. So yeah, this character is unfortunate for its position and her investment being weird. Next one is Aglaia. I'm doing this all completely random, but I made this a script, so whatever. Being the first limited remembrance unit, she's actually incredibly strong, but has glaring issues. Really high investment. To play her at her best performance, you need her E1, her signature, and Huohuo and Sunday. This is due to her abysmally high ultimate cost at 350, the highest in the game. So if you pick up Aglaia without any of the things I said, she's going to feel completely clunky and off at times. But even at least with her support, her damage is incredible. But a Loom of Death approach that changed the game. And by literal death, I mean no other than Castrus herself. I should mention it now, but a lot of the characters in this script might have something to do with about Castrus being at fault. That hurts because Castrus is my favorite character, but again, this character is literally the death of this game. So let's think about it. Easy to build? Yes. Deal shit tons of damage? Yes. And support that are easy to get? Yes. Literally everything that Castrus requires are so easy, it makes sense for the general player base would go for Castrus. She was everything in one bundle. Not to mention her supports are just so fucking broken to the point it just wipes out everything that the meta currently have. Not even Akron got into that extreme levels. It's incredible how Castrus literally broke the entire game, not just in game but outside, due to her just overall power, being able to kill anything in this game. And not to mention, I didn't read this in the script, her global passive. Jeez, that shit is way too strong. And even though it's just a one-time thing, it's still incredibly strong how that one passive, this one global passive buff is just I don't know, incredibly broken. That's all I gotta say. By that point in her second rerun, I don't think anyone would pick up Aglaia due to her, unless you're dedicated to her. To sum it up, incredibly strong character, but just unfortunately got overshadowed by Castrus. That was a lot. Let's take a break from Euphorius and let's do something else instead that is quick and easy. Let's go with Yunli. She's how do I put it? I don't think there's a better way to say that she's more of an upgrade of Clara. And well, due to her kid is clearly just Clara version 2. There's a good reason why people didn't pick her up, even though she's really strong. But then again, people who has Clara early on and her investment really doesn't really need another Clara. You either pick her up because you like her as a character and design, or a meta slave. To be honest, a lot of these characters, it can be said that a meta slave, and again, a lot of these characters that I mentioned are more or less can be played by like a very dedicated player base. There's a reason why players can just, I don't know, there are people who pick up because they are dedicated, that's all. I make mistakes here. Alright, another quick one is Jaisha. Oh boy, this one is tragic. Just like his story in Senjo, he is one of the most heavily reliant team units in the game. Even Saridra has more usage than him, even though she's also heavily reliant. But the main thing that Jaisho does is just debuffing enemies, which synergize well with Acheron and becoming her best slot. But then 3.x comes along. To say the least, and I already said this, Nihility falls down significantly off from the meta. To add salt to injury, his rerun was not only with Acheron, but it was also during Caster's first banner as well. Yikes, man. Again, he goes back to the people who are dedicated to him, but the general player base knew that no one would probably be pulling any of them. The last one I'll be talking about is Argenti. Being a 1.x character means that meta during that time was actually pretty balanced. Even his E6 doesn't stray off that much from E0, but this makes him deal the least amount of damage in the entire game, even with E6. Erudition in general struggles to be strong due to the lack of enemies on every match, because like at max it's just 5. So as soon as those 5 enemies are any of those enemies are gone, you just lost so much damage and the ability to regenerate energy by that point. So that's why Pure Fiction exists. It becomes a playground for Erudition to just melt enemies. In this case for Argenti, is actually really strong due to PF. And another thing is that his energy recharge is at the cheapest at 90, the lowest in the game. And he also has a unique ultimate that I don't think anyone has ever talked about. He has a unique ultimate where if you actually charge his ult all the way up to 180, he will do more damage. But again, only in Pure Fiction. Outside from that, he's completely destroyed by like literally everything else that is released by that, but from Argenti. Even fucking Free Ratio does more damage than Argenti in E0, man. That's how bad Argenti, and overall the Argenti release in like a really weird patch. I think he was isn't he's running with like Woho as well? I can't remember. I didn't make any like, I don't know, I didn't make any script. This is just completely out of the blue without giving much thought. But yeah, he is just tragic to say the least. So yeah, I'll probably make a second video about this. I didn't realize how long this script was, bro. This took way longer than anticipated.